Hello everyone, I am Margarida França Teixeira and you are watching Formula Maggie. Today I will interview a special guest. I will give you like two clues, will be pretty clear who is. It's a Dutch driver and right now he's racing for Formula 4 Spanish in MP Motorsports. I think you already guess. Welcome René Lammers. Um, Thank you so much for coming. It's really
No
nice to
worries.
talk with you. Um, I want to start like from the beginning of your career, if it's okay for you.
Yeah,
So in 2020, you won your first big title on WSK Euro Series. Do you
yeah,
remember that weekend? How special it was for you? Like you was really young when you won that.
yeah. I mean, definitely, it was my first year properly coming to Italy for karting, and to win the WSK championship was a very big thing for me, especially back then. So I was really happy I managed to get it done, and yeah, getting one of them big trophies was a big milestone for me at such a young age.
You won the WSK. You was champion for three times. Like
Yeah.
each time was something you feel different each time, or you was like, yes, another title.
No, I think every time I was very happy with the title. Um, it was all the same kind of championships, of course. So every championship title I was very happy with. Obviously, the first one I was the most happy with. Also because it came a little unexpected after not really being in the championship fight for the first few races, and then all of a sudden after a double header in Lonato, me being up there. So first one was definitely the most happy I was with it, but yeah, the second and third one were still some big milestones for me, which I was very happy with.
Um, in 2023, you won the European Championship. You finished in second on the World Championship. Like, how that affect your confidence? Like, you were so close, and at the same time, you won a big title.
Yeah, I mean, obviously back then finishing second right behind him, I felt a little frustrated. There's always some little feeling in you that you want to get that win. So I was a little frustrated coming over the line, but then looking back at it, to win the Europeans and finishing second in the World Championship was a big milestone, especially in my first year. So that was a great first year in OK.
Um, in 2023, after that win, you thought like, I'm ready for the next step.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to maybe do half a year of KZ as well or something like that, but then the opportunity with Ferrari came, so we went there and kind of, yeah, we jump started our career in Formula. We were supposed to do it a little later, but when that opportunity came, we jump started it and we went to F4 a little earlier. Unfortunately, not everything there went to plan, but that's okay. Now I got a great opportunity with MP Motorsport as well, and I feel really confident and happy here.
You did the Formula Winter Series. Like, what you learned on that helps you to Formula 4 Spanish?
Yeah, I mean, 2024, the Winter Series helped me a lot because obviously were my first few races in the actual car, so it helped me a lot driver-wise, developing-wise. And if you look at it, for example, this year, the Winter Series, it was also a lot more focusing on the car and the setup and what we had to gain because obviously the campus was quite quick back then, but I think we managed to close the gap pretty well and we showed it in the Spanish Championship.
Do you feel like was a big step for you, like get out of WSK to a Formula car?
Yeah, I mean, it's something you have to get used to. Obviously, the thing weighs a lot more than a car, so it's a lot of new techniques you have to learn, like brake shape, throttle shape, all that stuff. And with the gearings as well, shifting for a first time is a lot of new things you have to learn. So yeah, it was definitely showed another perspective of racing to me, which I had to learn. But I think I managed to learn it pretty well. Maybe it took me a little bit longer than others in the first year, but I think now it's going pretty well, and now I feel confident with the car. So yeah, come back.
Um, you start the season. Of course, you. It's normal. You was a rookie. You didn't get like the best results, like on the face
Yeah.
race and all the type of stuff. Like, how did you deal mentally? Like, get out of a championship where you was the second and you were the winner to become a rookie again, learn again.
I mean, it was a hard first championship for me, obviously, mentally as well. It was hard because obviously there was some teammates of mine as rookies who were winning the championship. Big shout out to Mattia, did a very good job. But then on the other hand, I can't just step out of a class which I finished P12 or P13 in a championship in. So I have to make sure I get out of a class knowing that I've had the opportunities to win, I've won, and that I've understood that class. So I don't just want to escape from it. I want to do it again and do it properly. So that was one of my goals. Me and my dad decided to do another year, and obviously me and the team as well. So we did another year in F4, and we see where this year brings us.
Yeah, and you are again. Like you said, it's your second year on Formula Four Spanish. Do you feel
Yeah.
like more confident because you know already some trucks and all the type of technique and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's also some other rookies coming in this year, which are gonna give me a hard time, I'm sure. But yeah, it keeps me on my toes. It's gonna be a hard season once again, but I'm ready for it, and I hope we can get some good results. We already got a good first round. Unfortunate about the penalties, of course, but yeah, we showed them that we are ready.
Like you said, you make amazing round. Like I spent all the weekend seeing the Formula Four, and you made the amazing weekend. How do you feel like you are currently in third on the championship? How do you feel? Like it's something special?
I mean, the fact that I was third in the championship, of course, I'm only 2 points away from P1, but still feels a little bit odd after finishing on track, P1 twice on track and P2. But it's how it goes. Sometimes you get penalties, and sometimes you get this stuff, which may not always be the fairest, but sometimes it's fair, and sometimes it can put you back. But we're still in there for sure. We're only 2 points away. It's only been the first round, so I'm sure there's a lot of other people behind me who are in there as well. So we're still gonna have to be focused and consistent throughout the entire season and try and get as many points back in the bag for us.
Do you have like any favorite race right now on the calendar you are excited to go race again and you feel like more confident?
I mean, there's obviously some tracks out there which I really like, some tracks which I like less, but I'll try to focus as much as possible for those tracks anyway. For example, 40 miles is a track I really like. A lot of height differences. It's a cool track, I think, for every driver on the calendar, and I think it suits me pretty well as well. So 40 miles is one I'm looking out for, and then there's also some other tracks on the calendar which are really exciting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to most of them.
Like, do you have any ritual or habits before a race, like to stay focused on the race weekend?
I mean, obviously, I'm there doing my warm up with my brother every time. So happy he's by my side there and doing my warm up and all that stuff gets me focused and locked in. So yeah, most of the time I do my warm up, and obviously before the race I try to stay in my own zone a bit. Sometimes it's also good to have some fun with your teammates, to stay relaxed, not obviously run around the paddock and get hot, but just stay in the truck and have a laugh. Sometimes it's also good, but yeah, just going through it with my engineer, doing my warm up and all that stuff really gets me focused and in zone. And then, yeah, once you're in that cockpit, you're in your own world anyway. So then everything comes to your brain.
How do you like get ready mentally and physically? Okay, physically you have the gym, and
Yeah.
mentally, I'm a little bit more curious because it's not something we hear a lot. But behind like the sim and all the gym stuff, like how do you get ready for a weekend?
I mean, I think mentally is the mental preparation is the part you do on the track. Then obviously physically is the simulator, the gym and everything, and the running is the part you do off the track. Is what you do at home, the work behind the scenes. But then mentally, you really have to stay focused during the weekend. Keep a low heart rate during the race. Try and stay focused. Obviously, in F4 we have a lot of time to rest on the straights because we aren't as quite as fast yet as the higher classes is coming up. But I'm sure that in the higher classes in F3, F2, and F1, that yeah, you really have to stay focused and calm. I think I have a big bonus of mine that I managed to stay quite calm during the race, which also helped me karting quite a bit because we don't have a lot of times on the straight, so maybe I was more focused and relaxed. So I think that's one of the strong points of mine. But I try to stay as relaxed as possible. You know, I've been doing it for pretty much 10 years now, so I know that I'm capable of doing this stuff. So I don't know why I should be getting nervous, and I try to keep that in my head and know that I can do it.
Like you were young, like you were 16. How do you deal
Yeah.
like with the school and all this type of pressure? Like I'm a race driver.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's very hard to to get those two lives together, maybe three lives. You know, life with my friends and school and then racing. It's hard to get a bit of all of them. So yeah, I'm in my second last year of school now, doing already starting with some exams. So I have to study quite a bit for those off the track as well. But then obviously with my friends to try to have some fun as well. But yeah, it's a pretty tight schedule if you try to have fun with all three of those. So sometimes one of them has to be sacrificed.
Um, well, you win like the Spanish, hypothetically, I'm breathing for that. You win
Yeah,
the Formula 4 Spanish Championship. How will you feel like? Will be something big on your career. So how do you like feel like be another YouTube or like something different?
I mean, especially in this part of my career, every win in a championship will get me through a lot and create a lot of opportunities. You know, if I win this year, it's also aiming to be my last year in F4, obviously. So if I win this year, that will help me a lot and will create me a lot of milestones as well and a lot of opportunities for the future. So yeah, if I win this year, then hopefully I can get more opportunities in the next few years. And yeah, we try to keep that flow going.
Like, do you have like any other goals? Like, I think everyone dream about F1. Like, it's the biggest
Yeah.
goal. And but you have like another goals before F1, like go to the F2 and all the type of stuff.
I mean, obviously, my goal is F1, and to go into F1, you probably have to go through those classes like F3 and F2. Going to be hard to skip them, but yeah, my goal is F1, and that's what we try to focus on. When we try to see what the smartest way possible way is, not rushing through the classes, of course, trying to get the maximum and learn the maximum out of those classes so we're as ready as possible if we get that opportunity in F1. But yeah, for now, I just try to learn as much as possible and get some good results. And when those good results are there, I'm sure that the opportunities will open up.
How do you do like with the fan support? Like some people don't react that well with the sport, but how do you react?
I mean, I try to focus on my own thing as much as possible. When I see some negative comments, I don't really focus on them. Luckily, there's not that many of them, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, the support from the fans I really appreciate all the time. Some tracks there are a lot of fans, if I'm being honest, and then some tracks are a little more in the middle of nowhere. When you're in Aragon, it's a little more, yeah, it's a little far away from all the big cities. So, but no, I definitely appreciate all the support from all the fans. It means a lot, you know. Also to have the Dutch community behind me, it's very supportive and it helps me through a lot. So yeah, I'm really happy about that.
Um, like you said, in 2023, you got the opportunity to be a part of Ferrari Driver Academy, but you refused. What make everyone like a little bit confused? Like, was a big opportunity, but did you make that choice because you want to be independent, like you said? Like you want to go to the F1 and like say like I made my own journey. It was not because the academy, because we have like Oli Berman and Kimi Antonelli, and I read a lot of comments saying like they are just in Formula One because the academies. Like you refuse like to when you get there you say like I did this on my own.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I technically refused. I think there was some stuff going on inside Ferrari which I can't really talk about and which was happening behind the scenes. So it was yeah, not only on my behalf to say no, of course. It was a bit from both sides, and unfortunately the plan of that we had scheduled out, I think, couldn't go through. So then everything kind of fell apart from there. But on the other hand, there's no rush to join junior teams. You know, there's some good opportunities without them as well. I like to stay in contact with teams as well. I like to keep in contact with my MP team which I have a great relationship with. So I think we can get through the ranks with them as well. But there's no rush to be in a junior team from now on. I don't think. I think I'm quite comfortable in this position I'm in, and there's also some great drivers out there which are in a junior team. So I don't think it's a rush.
You have like some goals for this season, like of course winning,
Yeah.
but you have any goals? And like from last year, the car changed a lot too. That can help you to achieve your goals.
I mean, there's obviously the main goal of winning the championship this year, but then on the other hand, we also have to stay focused on what we might do next year, and we try to do the testing that's possible and testing we can afford to prepare as much as possible for the next season. So my main goal right now is to focus on winning this championship this year, and then hopefully behind the scenes we can also do some testing here and there to prepare for the season ahead.
Well, to end, you have any tip or advice for the people who want to start in motorsports?
Yeah, I mean, I think a big thing right now is that a lot of fans look at it and think that money is a big thing to get started. But I think to get started, it takes a lot more passion than money. I mean, when I started, my dad barely had any money on his account, and he bought this little go kart maybe for 100, 200 euros, and from there on, I kind of started at, and from there on, I got a lot of opportunities as well too, from sponsors, from teams, and all this stuff that could help me afford those kind of things. Obviously on my own in my own wallet, I would have never been able to afford this stuff. But I think there's also some people out there that didn't have any money to get started anyway. So even if you have the dream, stop worrying about like having to pay the money and just follow your passion and do it.
Thank you so much, Renee. It was so
Okay, no
nice.
worries.
It was so nice to talk with you. And I really hope to see you in Portimão because I'm trying to go. My birthday is on
Okay,
8th June, so I'll live past the
okay,
race
cool,
day.
nice.
But yeah, thank you so much. It was so nice to talk with you, and good luck.
Thank you very much. Good luck with your stuff too. Thank you.
Thank you.